Okay, I just thought I'd shoot a quick film on some cutting tools. These are all tools that I have and that I use, and I thought people might be interested. So let's start with the sickle. This is made by Braids Company. And I think that's a Model 123 or a Model 128. There is a maker's logo there. This is very old, probably 1920s, maybe 1930s, maybe 1940s, I don't know. But it's a really good sickle, and is one that I've used on many occasions for clearing grass, when I'm out on the allotment and things like that. A really, really, really great tool. Just beautiful kind of patina here on the handle, where the wood has almost gone to like a kind of ebony colour, and that is purely from use over the years. What I do with all my tools, I mean, I love all kinds of cutting tools, knives, axes, and the like. For me, even better if they are of some kind of practical use. This is a Staniforth Severquick, and this is a bill hook. Now, depending on the regions and where you buy these from and where these come from in the country, in the UK, some of them have this cutting edge on the back, which is kind of like an axe blade, so you can use that for chopping kindling or severing limbs off trees and things like that. And the degree of the curvature here in the hook varies from region to region in the UK. This was a present a few years ago. My wife got me this, and I've used this, especially working around hedges, and it used to be a kind of traditional working man's tool in rural communities for what was known as hedge laying, where the saplings of the hedges were sort of partially severed through, and then the hedge was laid over on its side, and then you plaited a kind of a top to it and pushed the hedge down to increase the thickness of the hedges. And this was a regular kind of tool that people used in those days when they used to do hedge laying. This is a stick chopper. And this is made Sheffield, England. Its company's name is Full Use. You might just be able to see the logo on there, and that is a good 1/4 of an inch thick on the top. And if you look at the blade from the side, you can see it's a real wedge kind of shape. And these were what were commonly called stick choppers, and these would have been used by maids and servants in big old houses back in the day, and literally were for chopping kindling. And the great thing about this handle is, if you look at the shape of it, you can choke up on this and get sort of good control with this for chopping through, or you can put your hand at the back here where it sort of tapers in, and have a good swing with that if you're chopping through kindling wood or bits of wood to make kindling. Next to that is this was a machete. It was a Martindale machete. The Martindale logo is on there under a little bit of rust, and that was a good 4 inches longer than this. Plus, also, this handle didn't have this tapered in section, nor the little lanyard holder there. What I did was I actually ground and profiled the handle shape to give it something that sort of fitted the hand, so it wouldn't slip out of the hand. You can always put a lanyard through there and put that round your wrist, so if you're chopping with this or cutting with this, it doesn't slip out of your hand or come flying back and hit your buddy in the head. And that was about 4 inches longer, and what I did was reprofiled the blade, shortened it, and made it to be a little bit more like what Martindale now call their jungle knife, although I think this is still slightly longer than that. Great tool, a bit more easy to use in this length than the bigger size that it was. And next to that is a cat. You can see the cat. He's here. I've got two axes. Now this one here is a beautiful Gransfors Brooks a small hatchet, and this one has got the maker's mark on there. If you could see that, that's Matthias Mattsson. And this is a beautiful axe. I was using this yesterday. It needs sharpening. Great for, again, working around trees, anything where you're felling small limbs, or even probably a little bit of carving, but it's not a proper carving axe. But again, you can bring your hand right up to the underside of the blade there, and you can get control if you're working away on pieces of wood, or with the shaft with this curve you can hold it further back and get a really good swing motion with that. So that's a beautiful little Swedish made axe, and this was the first bit of string weaving I did. And there's a little box button on the end there made out of boxwood that I put on there with a bit of cord that's probably been around the world and back again. So yeah, kind of individualised it and personalised it a bit. And this was an axe that I had a go at making an axe cover. You can see this is a piece of leather. So the actual axe cover is one piece of leather, and then I put this belt section on here so you can actually slide it onto a belt. I made a button that's made out of mahogany, and if I undo this, it's a bit of a pig to get open, but it's secure when it's on your belt. So I'll try and get this out and show you. Bear with me. Right, okay, so that's come out now. So the axe slides into there. If you look at it, it's like a kind of pouch, and the axe sits inside there. And then you can slide this cover off. Just take the cover off. Sorry about that. There you go. The cover comes off. You can see where the axe shaft goes through there. Quite well worn, just a piece of leather that I had, a scrap piece of leather. And this is a little Elwell. This is an Elwell Sheffield made axe. Again, this is a number 3, I believe, in the Elwells. Very traditional kind of, I can't remember if this is a, kind of English style sort of axe. You've got a great pawl on the back here, so if you do want to hammer it to cut through, you can. A beautiful axe. I managed to buy this from a junk shop. I think the axe head was about £3, was caked in dirt. I had to regrind the edge. The shaft was about £1. That's an American made hickory axe shaft, which absolutely fitted this perfectly, and I got the whole lot for less than £4 English. Restored it, refurbed it. Needs a little lanyard on there, which is a kind of safety thing to put around your wrist, so if you're swinging that. But again, all of these tools I've used extensively over the years, and I just thought I would show you a few of those beautiful cutting tools. I think what's fantastic is that they may be old and well worn, but they live on, and I've found them really useful. Any questions anybody like to ask about those, please do. I'll be happy to answer. Just thought I'd show those. I'm having a bit of a tidy up and a sort through, and I'm probably going to be packing these away to transport to the new house and the new workshop, but I just thought I'd show them before I put them all away.